As free agency looms just 6 days away, the quarterback market remains at the forefront of NFL conversations, and teams are making crucial decisions that could shape their futures for years to come. The New York Giants, facing a dilemma, find themselves at a crossroads. With Matthew Stafford off the table, the question arises, should they pivot to Aaron Rodgers? Domonique Foxworth argues that the Giants likely shouldn't pursue Rodgers, but acknowledges that head coach Brian Daboll and general manager Joe Schoen might feel compelled to do so. The pressure is mounting on the duo as they are incentivized to make a move that secures their positions, possibly at the expense of the long-term health of the organization. In recent years, the Giants have found themselves in a familiar situation where short-term fixes appear more appealing than prudent long-term solutions. Despite Rodgers' age and his potential to bring media distractions, he remains an appealing option for a team desperate for stability at the quarterback position. The Giants' offensive line struggles, ranked 26th in pass block win rate last season and 30th over the past 5 seasons, pose significant challenges for any quarterback, particularly one nearing 42 years old. Foxworth's stance on Rodgers is clear. While he's not the perfect fit, if the Giants have no better options, they may talk themselves into taking a chance on him as a way to save their jobs. However, the specter of Rodgers' media circus, as seen in his time with the Green Bay Packers and more recently with the New York Jets, looms large. The constant media attention that surrounds Rodgers, regardless of his on-field performance, could prove to be a destabilizing force within any organization that doesn't have a strong, stable front office and coaching staff. The risk of such distractions may outweigh the potential benefits of having Rodgers on the roster, especially for a team like the Giants, who need to focus on long-term development rather than short-term gains. Across the league, the Cincinnati Bengals have opted to franchise tag wide receiver T. Higgins for the second consecutive year, a move that signals their intent to work out a long-term deal with the emerging star. Should the Bengals fail to reach an agreement by the July 15 deadline, Higgins will make $26.2 million for the upcoming season, a hefty price for a player still looking to secure his future with the team. While the Bengals have emphasized their desire to lock down Higgins, along with other key players like Jamar Chase and Trey Hendrickson, the timing of such moves remains crucial. The longer the Bengals wait to finalize a deal, the more expensive it will become. This strategy mirrors the team's typical approach to contract negotiations, often opting to delay large commitments, which can ultimately lead to losing key players down the line. As the Bengals face the inevitable need to pay top dollar to keep their core intact, the future of Higgins remains uncertain, and a potential trade could be on the horizon if the team fails to secure a long-term deal in the coming months. In Minnesota, the Vikings' decision not to franchise tag quarterback Sam Darnold has raised eyebrows. Despite his impressive performance last season, throwing for 35 touchdowns and proving himself as a capable starter, the Vikings seem unwilling to commit to Darnold long-term. The team's focus has shifted to rookie quarterback J.J. McCarthy, whom they drafted with hopes of building around him in the future. While McCarthy is still developing, the Vikings' financial structure relies heavily on having a young quarterback on a rookie contract, which is why a long-term deal for Darnold could jeopardize their salary cap flexibility. Although Darnold, just 27 years old, is younger than many top quarterbacks like Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, and Lamar Jackson, the Vikings are hesitant to pay him the $40 million plus that a long-term deal might require. As a result, Darnold is likely to test free agency, with other teams potentially offering more than what the Vikings are willing to pay. The Vikings' decision to move on from Darnold could ultimately be a mistake. After all, quarterbacks who have shown the ability to perform at a high level, especially at a young age, are rare. The team could regret letting go of a player who demonstrated consistent production, even if McCarthy is the future. The Vikings are also well aware of how quickly the quarterback landscape can shift, and with the right system and supporting cast, Darnold could become a franchise cornerstone elsewhere. Whether the Vikings will find a way to keep him or ultimately lose him to another team remains to be seen, but it's clear that the decision to let him walk could have long-lasting implications for the team's future. As teams scramble to make decisions ahead of free agency, the quarterback market continues to evolve. Some teams may find themselves caught in a game of musical chairs, waiting for the last seat to be filled by a player who could be their next franchise leader. For now, the future of players like Rodgers, Darnold, and Higgins remains uncertain, and the decisions made in the coming days will have a profound impact on the direction of the NFL in 2025.